Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Let's give Facebook a minute to catch up. They're always a little bit behind the times, right? So I just chitter chatter for a little bit until they really start going. All right, there we go. It caught up. Let me just do the work that I do here to set everything up, guys. Give me just a second. There we go. All right, there we go. That's one piece. And then I'm just going to bring it up on my tablet. And that's okay because you guys are all, there's nobody on here with me right this moment. Then again, I think sometimes there are, but Facebook doesn't tell us. I'm starting to wonder that. Okay, so let me pull this up on my tablet so I can start watching all our comments coming in. Well, look like, okay, it's taking a minute for my tablet to catch up too. So let me see. All right. So, hi, welcome. I got one person with me today. Hey, Jerry Lee. Woo! How are you, honey? I know there's always this delay, darling, that I always like to, I chitter chatter a little bit so we get more people onto the live. If you want to, Jerry, if you would be so kind, if you want to share this out, let's get some more people on here. Say hi. I'm just going to give it a few minutes. I only laugh because what else can you do when it comes to Facebook? Actually, I know what else I can do, and I'm going to start working on it. Oh, yeah. We're not going to let that energy stop us anymore. Hey, Paula. Hello, V. You're new to me. Well, hi, V. Welcome, welcome. Here we go. People are starting to show up. So let me just introduce myself to those of you who don't know me yet as more and more people pop on. I'm doing pretty good, Paula. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. There we go. Wow, Facebook's quite behind. I just got my notification. So even though I've been on live for over 2 minutes now, but that's okay. This is why I kind of chit chatted in the beginning, because this is Table Talk Thursdays, and because we talk about like a different topic every week. I like to kind of hold off a little bit and jumping right in on information, because then I know I am going to end up probably having to repeat it. And sometimes I do anyhow, but this way, those that are just jumping in or maybe a couple minutes behind, we're going to give them a chance to kind of settle in here. And so, hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, honey? Good to see you. Hey, Natalie. Hello, hello. Hail, hail. The gang's all here. We're starting to show up. Awesome. You guys share it out, okay? V, you're new to me. I want to say welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. Just so you know, V, just so we're clear, I do regular Wednesday, 11 a.m. Arizona time. I do regular psychic mini reading live events every week then. So just so you know, tonight's not readings. However, I hope you'll stay, darling, because we're going to talk about, hey, Mary, and thank you for sharing. We're going to talk about the truth about surrendering. All right, so hopefully you'll stay with us. If you want to just observe, listen, share, whatever you'd like to do. So glad. Thank you, Will, for sharing. All right, guys, we're going to start, I think, digging in here a little bit. I really would like to start this out tonight by asking all of you, when you think of the word surrender, like what does it conjure up for you? What are your thoughts that go along with it? What do you think it means? I really would like to know, because that's from you guys. So I'm gonna chat, just share a couple other things while I get some answers from you guys on that, if you will be so kind. Because of course, as we know, excuse me, this is all for you guys. And I love to get an idea of where you're at. And it's okay, whether you're new, you're very new on the journey, whether you've been on the journey for a long time. We're all here to learn, grow. Hey, Opal, I meant to, oh dear, I'm sorry, Opal. I thought earlier of you to reach out to you, and then my day has been just unbelievable. So, good, I'm starting to get some answers. Hey, Gabby. Opal, we need to connect. I never got the payment, just so you know, but let's connect, okay, honey? But not right now. I just want to make sure. I didn't forget about you. You just popped in and out during the day, and it was always when I was on the run today, all different appointments and stuff. Mary, thank you, sweetheart. I just got it done today. So thank you for noticing. I do appreciate it. It felt like it was getting very long. So I feel all cleaned up. So thank you. Yeah, oh, but we'll have to figure that out. Okay, so let's see. Giving up. Gabby says giving up. Will says not giving up, just giving in. All right, that's an interesting way of putting it. Does anybody else want to share their thoughts about what surrender means to them? I'm going to say giving up. That's kind of what I thought some of you might think, because actually it's kind of, that's the way we have learned that word. To surrender is to give up. Like we surrender the fight, we surrender in war, we surrender in a game, things like that. So yeah. V, maybe being completely vulnerable. I like that. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm going to make a note because I really like that. I want to talk about it. All right, cool. And then Opal says surrender, lay it all out there, the whole soul and heart. Oh, the whole soul and heart, not soul. Okay. Lay it out there. All right. I like that. Okay, so I got some comments here about that. So let's start digging in here, guys. All right. Giving the control to spirit. All right. I like that. I like that. And by the way, you guys, while we're doing this, why don't you go ahead and tag some friends in the comments. Let's bring them on. Share it out on your timeline. Go ahead and put it into groups. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Giving the control to spirit. I'm just making notes here, so I got where you're all at with it. Consciously giving up control. All right, Jen, my girl. All right, guys, so let's talk about it. So there are some very interesting, hey, Serena, very interesting ways that you all look at this. I'd like if, Will, you're willing to elaborate while I'm talking about this a little bit. What does that mean to you by giving in? Because I get a feeling of a connotation on that, but I want to know what energy it feels like for you. All right, darling, if you don't mind, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm kind of curious if you're willing to answer it, Will. Thank you, Opal, for sharing it out. And just really quickly, I want to say hi to all my new people. This is Table Talk Thursdays. We choose a different topic every week, a different metaphysical, inspirational, or spiritual topic. Tonight, we're talking about the truth about surrendering. Please, if there's a topic you want me to cover, guys, let me know. This is for you. I'm teaching. I'm sharing. We're all growing and learning together, so it's awesome. Hey, Wendy, how are you? Anna, hello, welcome. Everyone giving up control because I'm hanging on for dear life. Oh, Wendy. All right, let's talk about surrender. First of all, giving up is the way society has always kind of, at least I know for myself, the way I felt that society has always talked about surrendering. Surrendering has a connotation of giving up. And this is, remember that everything, guys, everything has energy. Everything has an energy signature. Our thoughts, our words, our actions, everything has an energy signature. So when someone hears the word surrender and they equate it to giving up, it's like throwing in the towel. Like, I'm not going to even try, right? So why am I sticking on that one right now? I want to start there because remember, a lot of surrender runs right into our manifestation, guys. It is a key thing. And so we also want to clear out some of these energy patterns and thoughts and beliefs that surrender means we're giving up. Because that's going to really take a toll on your manifestation and creation process. All right? So, and please feel free to drop any questions in the comments, guys. This is, really interactive. I always say, I don't want to necessarily sit here and talk at you for an hour. That's not what this is about. I'll get really bored of hearing myself probably. I don't know. But anyhow, really it's about the format being interactive. All right. So Gabby says, or losing surrender actually means a whole lot of things, but I only was giving one example. It depends on who you are as well. Absolutely, Gabby. I totally agree with you. I'm focusing on those words as a energy signature, not necessarily affixing it to you, darling. You were just the one that brought up that what it means, and I agree that that's what we look at. But we want to, when we're doing this working into and manifesting and creating, we really, really want to be aware of these these feelings, the way we word and language our feelings, how we react to those feelings, because those can get in the way. If we label a negative definition to the word surrender, negativity is not going to add to your manifestation, creation, power, if you will. All right. So we want to say, okay, hey, Princess Sophia, we want to give up. We want to give up. Listen to me. We want to give up. Giving up as meaning surrender. All right. We're giving that one up. I'm throwing the towel in on that one. All right. Hey, Priscilla, how are you? I like that. That's so funny. You forgot it was Thursday. Did you forget that the Table Talk Thursdays is Thursday? Or did you forget that today is Thursday? I hope it was the latter, because Thursday is right in the title. I'm just teasing you, Princess Sylvia. I do that too. Sometimes I'm on the phone, I'll say to a friend, what day is it? Yeah. Okay. Somebody talked about being vulnerable. I want to talk to you a little bit about that when it comes to surrender. Because really, okay, giving the control to spirit, consciously giving up control, those are two very good ways of looking at the word serenity, or surrendering. I was going to fix my wording on that. It's more appropriate wording is giving the control to spirit, or a more appropriate definition of surrender, or consciously giving up control. Yes. So vulnerability goes into this an awful lot. Let me talk about it. It's kind of a journey to get in there and get to it. But let me just do, before we talk about the vulnerability, and let me keep up some of these comments. All right, don't like to be too far behind, because then it stops kind of making sense. So Opal, I'm in recovery, and when they talk about surrender, they talk about just laying it all out, give it to God. That's on the spiritual level. Opal, yes, that is another way of wording it. Absolutely. And it is about giving it to God, to spirit, whatever you call that highest vibration. Prince, because it's Friday there. Okay, Princess Sophie, I figured. Does it go hand in hand with patience? Does vulnerability or surrendering? It depends on your question in regards to what. Because, yeah, my answer would depend on what you're relating that to, Princess Sophia. So if you want to drop a clarity comment in there, I'll be happy to address it. Gabby says, on those terms, then I would think like submission almost. Submission is an interesting word, because to me, guys, as you know, and you're starting to see, I'm working more and more with languaging, creating, manifesting in my teachings and things that are coming up that Spirit brings through for me to channel to you guys. So I'm really, and I was already really big on wording and the energy of wording and actions and thoughts, because I've walked this journey myself, and I know the power of positive and negative versus negative. I know the power that sits in both places, but the negative, it really works against, even if we think it's not a negative word. So in other words, let's look at the word submission. And Gabby, please understand, sweetheart, I am not trying to put you on the spot. It's just you're coming out with these wonderful things, and I want to teach to them. So I hope you understand that, darling. Vulnerable with an open mind. I like that, V. I like that. Vulnerable with an open mind. Okay, we're going to talk. Yeah, no, I like that. Okay, so let's just look at the word submission. Remember, guys, when we're working on this, we're working on surrendering. We're working on surrendering because we want to create. And if we hold on too tight, okay, So we're going to go deeper in that piece too, I know, but these all, you see, the thing about this too is these all, it's like a network of roads and connections, and they all just kind of come together to create willful acceptance. All right, Gabby, there you go. Good, I like that. Exactly. However, look at the word submission itself. Feel the energy of that word as it sits. The definition of submission sits in a place of we give away, or we're unable to, we give away our own power, or we're unable to have our own power in this situation. Usually submission means we give in to, but usually it's connotated with giving up our power. So it's interesting because, as I said, give into, it is giving into. However, to me, I feel like it sits more in a negative space because we're not seeing it in an empowered place with the word submission. If that made sense, honey, I hope it did. So willful acceptance, let's use that instead of submission, because it is willful. That's declaring to the universe that I'm keeping my power. I'm doing this as a choice, right? See, all that energy plays into it, guys. All right, so hopefully that helps a little bit. So the vulnerability with an open mind is exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, we do need to be somewhat vulnerable. Why? All right, let's go back a little bit here. We're going to focus in more on the surrender, the word surrender, and how it all, it all ties in. Guys, we just take our road and we meander and where we land. So when it comes to surrender, to me, I would say, good, Gabby, good, I'm glad. I would say, sorry, I got distracted. For me, when I say surrender, it's a letting go. It's putting in, think about that. Surrender can have different connotations, yes. Usually, though, the word surrender can sit in a very negative place. You see some of the ways that people kind of come across with how they think about the word surrender. All right? So, it's about a letting go. If you can start looking at it, no matter what your some of you use that, but some of you look at it that way, but you described it with different languaging, such as giving the control to spirit. It's letting it go. All right? Consciously giving up control, we're letting go. Now, surrender is really, to me, simply a letting go. However, it can be tricky because we're human, right? The truth about surrendering is if again, it can be very simplistic, but it can be very much a struggle. And we're human. And what happens is when we go to surrender, a lot of things start happening in our heads. A lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of, right? Okay, so. Hi, Angela. Welcome, darling. So the surrender piece, we run into a struggle because I think that it's not necessarily so hard for us to say, okay, I surrender it. And we do, that's kind of my thing. I'm like, I surrender it to you guys. Here you go. Right? Okay. However, when you do that, it's important to check yourself. Are you truly energetically letting it go? Or you let it go, but you're still holding on to a string? Because this is what happens. Our minds don't like to let go of the control because our ego thinks it's in charge. Our ego wants to keep us in fear. It wants to control us, right? So it's about when we say, okay, I give this to you. Some of you may be able to completely let it go and let go of the string and give it to them. All right? However, do you then start to go into trying to figure out how it's going to show up? Going through 50 different scenarios? Maybe it'll be this way. Maybe it'll be that way. Maybe it'll be this way. Oh, maybe they'll do it this way. Do you start the what ifs? What if this? What if they don't? What if I don't see it? What if I don't receive it? What if it's not delivered? What if somebody else takes it? What if, what if, what if, what if, what if? And our minds take us down the scary, fearful road. And then all of a sudden, we're not so keen on letting go or surrendering. Because all of a sudden, we're scared. We're put into fear. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe I'll miss it. Maybe they'll think I'm not worthy. Well, I did that thing, I really hurt someone I didn't mean to, but I did something that maybe, looking back, could be, maybe I don't deserve this. Maybe I'm being, we can come up and do come up with 1.5 million things that get in our way. And the reason I really am looking at some of this too, guys, is, again, I've walked this journey for a long time, but I got to tell you, I am still working at it. And my awareness has really expanded recently. And so I share a lot of this as I've walked the journey, you guys, and look, you can do it too. I am far from perfect. I'm never going to present myself as, ooh, look at me. Look at how great. Look, we're all human. Okay? But I'm going to tell you tonight, and I'm smiling because I've been sharing some things with a friend of mine recently over the last couple of days or so. Especially today, we had a conversation, and all of a sudden we start talking, and part of it was session, part of it we were talking. And all of a sudden, as I'm telling her these things, and I'm like, I manifested that. Remember 3 months ago? I manifested it this way? And I went, oh, that wasn't correct. Right? And then I made a shift. Okay? And it manifested. Not quite what I'm looking for, but I'm getting closer. So this is the process, right? And so why am I bringing that up? Because the beauty of it is you can get there. Just do not let it overwhelm you, because there are pieces to this. And I understand, I almost want to say the struggle, but once you get there and you start getting those pieces and it starts coming together and you start seeing a bit here and a bit there, you're going to start going, oh. But I'm going to tell you, really pay attention to your surrender, because what I like to equate it to is we put it out there. Okay, we surrender it to spirit. Do we truly completely though? Okay. Some of you are going to hold on to that string. And you think that's the way you're going to help manifest it. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but I get it. I used to be the same way. I'm like, let me look. All right, look, no, not yet. Here you go again. Because that's basically what we're doing when we hold on to that string. We're truly not completely surrendering. We don't trust. That's where our what ifs come in. So we're holding on to that string. I'm going to promise you this, guys. That is, the surrender is one of the key points. And I can tell you from my own experiences, because I have learned. Listen, I am a reformed control freak. I know what it's about, guys. I had to manage my whole world because that's the way I survived. I am a survivor, and that's the way I can look at it all and understand that control comes from my need to stay safe. And I needed to control my environment as much as possible. Okay, that's my story. We all have our story. But the reason I'm mentioning that too is literally, I'm serious, biggest control freak, one of the biggest control freaks out there. And I'm not anymore, because I've learned to surrender. That is a big piece. And I'm going to tell you, as I've learned to trust them more and more, and finally stop with the what ifs and how comes and why isn't it here yet and what about this and how come and please and da 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 da. The more I surrender, the more I let go, the more I say, okay, I'm going to trust you, and I stop pulling that balloon back from them because I have the string attached to my hand. When I have finally, I'm perfecting this. I'm really in this space right now where I'm getting that letting go, and I'm able to talk myself through it. I just keep reminding myself, you guys, they got my back. And I need their, we need each other to create this. I have to do my part. Okay, I have to take the action on this planet. And then, though, again, it's kind of like, think about this. This is an analogy they're giving me. In a workspace, you have 5 people on a team. Okay? The person in charge will divvy up the responsibilities. So George gets A, and Sally gets B, and David gets C, and Elyse gets D, and Jill gets E. So I got my stuff to do. I'm the D. That's my responsibility. Am I going to constantly go running over and see what everybody's doing on their part and checking in and making sure they're doing it right? And no, we're going to let them do their part, and we're going to do our part. I'm trying to give you that analogy because that's how it works with spirit too. Let them do their part. So let me look at a few of these comments here. Submissive to vulnerability and having an open mind while doing it. Yes. I have to, just for me personally, it's the energy of the word submissive. Mind you, this is my experience. This is my life. And the way I see the energy of submissive is a giving up of our own power. Giving up our empowerment. So I'm hung up on the word submissive. I apologize, guys. I'm not trying to tear it apart or say that, don't use the word submissive. If it resonates for you, just make sure that you are truly digging in to the energy signature of that word, because you can say whatever words you want, and you can think, oh, this is what I mean. But now we want to check into the energy. How does it feel inside? What does that word truly indicate to you in your life when you have heard the word submissive? So that's kind of the way I look at that word. And again, guys, what I teach is from, like I said, my life experiences, my experiences with working with clients one-on-one for 20 years, teaching workshops all over the place and including in community college for 8 years. All right. I offer all this information from my perspective, from my experiences. All right. And I know some of it will land for some of you. Some of it may not, and that's okay. I'm never going to say mine is the only way or the best way. I offer what I know. I offer it, and I hope it lands for you. And I do what I do because if I can just get you just a little bit further down your road, I'm just so joyous. All right. So, all right. V. Okay, got it. Scratch the submissive. Okay, V. Thank you, sweetheart. But no, I mean, honestly, I am really, really, really uber aware of wording because I have worked for so many years myself on it. I come not only, our world is negative, but I come from a negative background too. Like household, everything was phrased negatively, looked at negatively. So I'm really big because that's what's helped me to shift my world. I'm telling you, night and day. So thank you. All right, Fee, I love it. All right, the what ifs leads you to the road of anxiety. It very much can, and when we go into that place of the what ifs, we really truly are not surrendering. Please do not fool yourself on that. Think, oh yeah, I gave it to them. You may have given it to them, but you took it back, or at least you partially took it back. So the magic of manifestation is amazing. Listen, guys, surrender is just a piece. There is so much to there's a lot, but this is a piece, and I'm glad we're going a little deeper into it. While I'm at that, I just want to throw this out there, guys. I am so blessed and proud, to be honest, to be part of a 10-week intensive money manifestation mastery course. So I just want to throw that out to you guys. please. Tony, I don't know if you're here, darling. Are you able to drop that in the comments, that link to go to the website? I'm just going to encourage each and every one of you, because you're here tonight because you're interested in your manifestation, because that's what surrender runs into, right? It's part of that deal. So, and remember, go check it out. Ask me any questions you want. It is an investment. Okay, I'm going to tell you, well worth it. It is $1,000 for the 10-week course. Now, I know I've been in the space and the place, you guys, but I got to tell you, it is an investment. Because what you're going to do by the time you're done with this 10-week course is that money is going to just quadruple exponentially 1,000 times. I mean, we are going to go deep. This is not for everyone. You're going to want to work it. This is really getting in there and being vulnerable. All right, you got 5 of us teachers, energy transformation teachers. I do that too. I'm a psychic. I'm an energy healer. I do work all the time with energy, transformation, coaching. There's 5 of us. It's a fabulous program. I would love for each and every one of you to just go check it out. Let me know what you think. And look, don't let the whole, we have payment options. Don't, we're here to help. Don't let anything stop you. Talk to me. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm telling you, this is powerful, you guys. I'm so excited, because guess what? Not only am I going to be teaching in there, I'm going to be participating as Elyse. And I am beyond excited. Beyond excited. So, all right. I don't know if Tony's here. I don't know if she dropped it in the comments or not. If anybody is interested in that, reach out to me. I'm not sure, like I said, if Tony's here to be able to do it. Let me see. Maybe I can grab it really quick. Okay, I got it here, guys. Let me just drop it in the comments myself super quick in case you're interested. Here we go. I'm going to do it right now. All right, give me a sec. Let me hit the... All right. Oh, did I accidentally... I'm sorry, guys. I accidentally didn't include the link. I meant to take out some spaces, and I accidentally took out the link. All right, try that again. Let's see. There it is. Or maybe it went through twice. I have no idea. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. All right. All right, yeah, it did go on twice. Sorry, it didn't show up right in the beginning, so I wasn't sure. All right, so let me see. Will says, and by the way, all of you are very much invited. Go check it out. You're going to lose nothing to at least just look at it. Going to be powerful. These tools are, I'm so excited I can't even begin to tell you. All right, and use that link, and get you over there and you can register. Will, you might be really interested in that too. Just check it out, sweetheart. Have you manifested in your previous years and seen results using similar mindset? Let me just answer. Are you saying you will teach to turn $1,000 into more? Okay, let me just, before I get into Will's question, let me just let you know what I'm saying here. This is not where we're going to show you, okay, invest this $1,000 over here, like the stock market. No, it's not about that at all. It's about manifestation. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is it is $1,000. Take this course. The value is unbelievable. You got 5 of us there. This is our flagship launch. And as this builds and grows, its pricing is more than likely going to go up. I don't make those full decisions. I'm on board in the group. There's a couple others, Darcy and Mia, who I love dearly. They're amazing. They're the ones that are like the main facilitators, and then 3 of us are coming in also. What I mean by this, though, by the time you are done with this 10-week intensive deep dive, manifestation mastery, okay, not only are you going to be able to use it for building your finances and manifesting your finances, abundance in that way. All these tools that you're going to be receiving, first of all, they're invaluable. I'm working on them. They work, all right? But also, it can cross over to anything you want to manifest. So I guess, we're kind of saying, money, the word money is like the sexy word, money and manifestation mastery. I'm sorry, I'm falling over the words. But it crosses into anything. Love, friendship, career, travel, homes, whatever. It runs into all of it. So just remember that, okay? And I'd love, listen, if any of you want to think about it or whatever, I do have the link. We did we're doing the couple of, well, it started last night, but the few weeks running up to the October 13th start date, we're actually doing additional classes running up to that. So you're going to get a kickstart, okay? But why am I bringing that up? We did one last night. I have the link to the Zoom recording. I would love to share it with each and every one of you. If you want it, let me know. I will send it to you, and you can get a feel for what's going to happen and how we work. I mean, it's just Darcy and I are the two teachers. There's three others, but you'll get an idea. All right. Okay. Moving along. I hope that clarified it. All right. Have I manifested in my previous years and seen results using similar mindset? Absolutely, I have. Guys, this is a journey and a process. Are we going to perfect it or get, as close to perfect? I don't feel we ever perfect quite anything. We're human and perfectly imperfect human beings. I always switch those, don't I? I gotta remember which one comes first. All right, so yes, I have. It is a process and a journey. I have gotten more and more skilled at my manifestation. But this is the thing, I'm kind of really glad you brought this up, because what I want to bring up to each and every one of you is to remember that this is a building up also. So we're going to manifest, we're going to look at manifesting, surrendering into it, okay? And when it comes to the manifestation, the big things absolutely can come right away. However, lots of times it starts with, the smaller things. So for example, financial abundance. I started out lots of years ago, and I started seeing coins on the ground. I started I was in Starbucks once, and the person in front of me turned around and handed me a gift card. All right. These are all financial abundance. And what I mean by this is, okay, I was creating the smaller things, but it's okay because I was creating, learning, grateful for that. And as we build on that, we start to see more and more. We get more secure in our ability to manifest and so forth and so on. So I have seen results. The longer I have been on this journey of becoming more and more skilled as a manifester, I am seeing the bigger results. I am seeing much quicker results where things would take me a very long time. I have noticed that I've created in a day, but some of my really big stuff I am starting to create in about a week to 2 weeks. So it can happen any which way. It can be instant. You do not have to be that far as far on the road as I have been. You don't need to. Things can happen any which way. So hopefully that helps you with that, Will. Oh, I like that. I'm planting seeds now for things I would like to see years down the road show up, build a foundation for the long-term overall picture. I like that. The one thing I'm going to say is, at least though, it's great to do that. We don't want to dig it up. Is it working? Is it working? But what we do want to do is we want to kind of stand there and think for a moment, okay, the way I'm creating it, the manifestation I put forth, is there any adjustments I may want to make? Especially, I'm talking about your long term here. For anybody, I am addressing Will's comment, but for the long term. Because our life changes. We change. And sometimes we forget to check in with some of the manifestations we've been working on for a while. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm going to bring up about that. But oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Once we start manifesting little things, it's kind of like it builds upon itself. All right, so let me see. Jen says, I trust spirit. It is karma that worries me. What's your perspective on that? All right, I like that. I like that. All right, when it comes to manifestation and surrendering and karma, all right, I like that. That brings me to a point that I really wanted to bring up. So thank you. So when we talk about surrender and letting go, part of what I do when I go into that space of surrendering it to spirit Excuse me a minute, I just have to take a sip here. Part of my dialogue, if you will. And I also use this dialogue when I start to pull the string. Guys, I'm human, I do it too. Nowhere. No, when I used to do it all the time, maybe 1% of the time I might start to tug a little bit and I go, wait, don't do that. But what I do put out there, well, I'm going through this manifestation because guys, look, we work it, and we're really going to help ourselves to understand divine timing and divine order. All right? Because when I let go, when I surrender, when I put it out there and I surrender it to spirit, I reassure myself. I guess I want to say it that way. And I say something to the effect of, okay, spirit, this is what I really want, but I do know and I do trust that if it's meant to be, it will be mine. However, if it's not meant to be, I understand then that it's not meant to be. So I do it within the space of my contract, my soul contract also, and destiny. All right? Because I'm just like you guys. I want it. Win. I want it. I get it. Especially when we've been manifesting for a long time. We've surrendered it. We're like, we did it right. We gave it to you. What happened? Right? So how does it tie into karma? You know, let's be real. Some things we are just not destined to have in our world. And sometimes that can be tricky when it comes in with the manifestation process because we surrendered it. And we went, oh my gosh, here, I give it to you. I'm going to trust you to bring it. Yeah, I get it. But karma, I kind of don't think about it much. I really put it in those terms more than anything. Because, you know, okay, here we go again with languaging and energy. I love this. All right. Karma. Let's talk about that word. And Jen, I'm going to spotlight you right now, darling. I hope that's okay. This is the way you worded it, sweetheart. You said, I trust spirit. It is karma that worries me. Now, mind you, I've heard that from people. Karma. What about my karma? What about... Okay. Well, when we go into that space and start worrying about things, including our karma, guess what we're doing? Closing the door. We're in the what ifs. Karma, lots of people look at as a negative, being maybe punished for past things in our past life or in this lifetime. There's a lot of positive karma too. Don't forget that piece. And why are we going to worry about any of it? Because what does our worry do? It's our mind taking us on this trip, our ego, because it doesn't want us to be happy. It doesn't want us to have freedom from it. It wants to control us. So just be very aware of those kind of things, because those are the bits and pieces that can really trip us up and not allow us to manifest. So I'm out there manifesting. I surrendered it to spirit. I said, there you go. You have it. Oh, wow. But I wonder if anything, I wonder if this thing I did, 30 years ago wasn't so great. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't deserve, or, I don't know what I did in my past lifetimes, and I'm asking for this big ask, but maybe I don't deserve it because I got karma. So, boom, we're putting in all of our roadblocks before we're even giving anything a chance to manifest. Jen, thank you for allowing me to spotlight you. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I love it because this is a lot of things that I hear from clients. I work with clients on all of this stuff all the time, one-on-one. And it's I'm worried about this. Okay, I do it, but... All right, we're human, guys. I've gone that whole track. Yeah. I'm not sitting up here saying, oh, come on. I'm like sitting up here half laughing because I know the journey and I've been where you guys are. Believe me, I get it. So, okay, trust is very important to it. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Jen. Jen says, yeah, but karma. Will, yeah, it is. It is kind of like giving up before you even start. Okay. Um, this is for all of us, but I'm going to address Jen directly. What about karma? So, we all have karma. So, you going to let that stop you? Okay. I live in Phoenix, so it just is. Am I going to let that stop me from creating worldwide? No. Did I do something in a past life that would keep me from it? Oh, doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. But for my creation, my manifestation, my surrendering, giving it up, giving it to them. I mean, letting it go, not giving it up. Letting it go. See, I still slip with the words, guys. All right, letting it go. Okay. Surrendering it to them. And then just not going into the worries, not going into the concerns, not going into the what ifs. You're trying to build a fire. Okay? Spirit's got this interesting analogy. You're trying to build a bonfire. So you built a little tiny one. Are you going to give it more kindling wood to grow, to empower itself, to create itself into this beautiful bonfire? Or are we going to go, well, I've got this bottle of water here. What happens if I just throw a little bit on there? I wonder if the bonfire is going to die out. And what if it rains? And what if, we're so busy what ifing, we've taken the focus off of giving it tinder to build itself with and build itself upon and empower itself to grow big and strong and all fiery. So, I hope that helps. I kind of really like that analogy. I love it when Spirit comes up with these analogies. At least I like them. They kick me and I'm like, not kick me literally, but I'm like, I like that. So, all right. I hope that makes sense and I hope that helps you, Jen. Again, sweetheart, any of you, I'm not trying to pick on you. But look, if you're having these feelings or thoughts or emotions, other people are. So that's the beauty of us sharing, and thank you for being vulnerable. All of you, really, honestly. I don't know, some of you I think left already, but some of you were very vulnerable in the beginning too, and I so appreciate that. Because really, guys, this is the way we're going to dig through it. And I know it's a public forum, so we're not going to, go wild on that, but hey, let's work one-on-one. Hey, go check out that manifestation 10-week intensive deep dive. Oh yeah, you're going to find things that you didn't even realize. It's going to be great. All right, so these are our trips. These are our trip-ups along the way, unfortunately. All right, we're about 10 minutes out. Let me ask you guys, are there any other questions or comments that you want me to address? Here we go. Hey, Peggy, how are you? All right, cool. I feel sometimes the challenges are there to get me to learn something that I will need to know in my future. So I try to be open to learn and conquer. I like that. That is very, very true. It is all about us learning. Is that in relation to anything in particular, darling? Like a connection? I don't want to connect the dots to something you're not intending it to be connected to. So I like that. It is very, very true. You guys know that I speak about that there are no mistakes. There are no right or wrong. I do not believe in mistakes. Nope. I just don't. Because I believe that everything we go through is for a reason, for us to learn and grow. So how can that be a mistake? That's the way I look at it. So I look at those challenges in the same way. It's, open to learn, open to conquer. I like that. We're going to take it, manage it, and make it work, right? That's a good, strong word. And as long as we're not using it to take away other people's power, which I know you're not, but again, I'm really big. It seems like, the wording. Seriously, you know why, guys? Because wording is imperative in manifestation. I'm telling you right now. That was a little bit of the story I was telling you. Wording is imperative. I had something, I told you I had a conversation with a friend of mine earlier today, excuse me, and about 4 months ago, I manifested something. And when it all arrived, I went, oops, I didn't word that quite the way I wanted. Oh, look at that. Not the results I wanted. In a way it was, but not really. So I went, okay, let's reword that. And I reworded it. And other things manifested, and I went, we're getting closer, but I still missed the mark on this. And then I reworded it again. Boom. It came. Now I'm perfecting it because I can see I got myself to this point. All right, I realize now, okay, I'm like within bullseye range, all right? And now I'm going to work on wording it a little different again. Keep moving, and it's going to hit, right? That is why, you guys, I am so big on wording. You will hear me talk about it all the time. I am the living example of switching from a negative mindset and way of being in the world to a positive. Do I slip? Absolutely. It's so ingrained in me. I mean, I'm fed and bred on that, okay? However, I am, it's a 180. I'm probably about 170. And what I mean is in the shifting. And that's okay. I'm human. I don't get down on myself. That's the other thing, guys. Don't ever get down on yourselves. We're human. Give yourselves grace. All right, let me look at, okay, we got a few more comments here. How does Spirit know when we're ready to receive? Okay, Princess Sophia, fabulous question. Let me address Isabel. Hi, Isabel. You're new. I'm so glad you're joining us. I'm hoping you'll stay. We're about in the last 10 minutes or so. Tonight, my love, Isabel, I'm so glad you found me, is our Table Talk Thursdays. My Psychic Mini Reading Lives are always on Wednesday, 11 a.m. Arizona time. However, I also do last minute lives, Psychic Mini Reading Lives, all right? So please, remember to follow and like my page and that your notifications are set to favorites or all. I'm sorry, I can't even remember now. Favorites are all, and that way you'll get notifications of when I go live, and hopefully we can get you a reading next time. All right, darling? Michelle, wait, let me go to, I'm sorry. Will says, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that personal story. You're welcome, darling. It's exciting for me too, you guys. I'm a person, I live a life, and I'm doing the same walk as all of you, right? So thank you, Will, because I'm like, woo, I'm getting so excited. I'm like, oh, look at how fast you're doing this. Look at how close you're getting, woo, this is all about getting more and more powerful in our abilities. So thank you. All right, Princess Sophia, how does Spirit know when you're ready to receive? Interesting question. I think a lot goes into it, darling, but you got to remember they have the blueprints, and they always have our back, and they know. It just is, if you will, who they are, for lack of a better way of putting it. They know when we're ready. Here we go. Okay, Spirit's like, wait. Not done with that answer. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, I'm hearing you. How do they know when we're ready to receive? When we show them that. How do we show them that? Are we trusting? Did we surrender? Are we allowing? Are we being excited and being in the positive about it? As we start to, because what this does, guys, and also remember this. I mean, we're covering much more than surrender, but I'm just touching on things. We're going to go deep in this course too. So just remember that. Some of what I'm talking about, we're going to go real deep with. All right. But anyhow, thank you. All right. How we think about ourselves, how we speak about ourselves consistently. Send signals, energy signatures, vibrations to the universe. Do we value ourselves? Do we love ourselves? That ties into do we feel deserving, right? So the more we can work ourselves into that, do not let this overwhelm you guys. It is a journey, it's a process, and it's okay. All right. I'm here to help you through these lives. I'm here to help you one-on-one private sessions. I'm here to help you in the course if you decide to jump on board and invest in yourself and your future. It's going to be awesome. So you know, bits and pieces here. We're going to get through it. All right. But hey, Garrett. It's the pulse, you know, those vibrations that we send to spirit. Because if we're in a place where we're putting ourselves down, we're not loving ourselves, we're judging ourselves, we're berating, I mean, we're telling the universe that we don't feel really that we are deserving, and that can make the problem. Doesn't mean we can't manifest at all. Doesn't mean that manifestations won't show up, but it sure makes the journey so much tougher, because guess what? You're trying to traverse that mountain without any mountain climbing equipment. You can do it, but it's going to take a lot more. You get it? So hopefully that helps. What if you asked Spirit to help before and it never happened? How do you trust in it again to happen this time? Wow, Michelle, that is a huge thing. And yeah, no, but it's a very good question. And I'm going to invite you along as well as everybody else that I did. You might want to check out the Money Manifestation Mastery 10-week course. That I am one of 5 energy transformation healers that are going to be walking along that journey, and we are going to take the journey ourselves along with you guys. I know several of us have committed to that, so we're really excited. But you know, honey, it's a process, and this is for everybody. It's a process. I've asked for, look, I've been working on something for a very long time. It still hasn't occurred. Okay, so I get it. I mean a very long time. All right. Now I can say, and I've had my fits and my begs and my pleads and my, are you kidding me? But the thing I've recognized and realized, there's so many factors that can go into this that I'm not going to allow the fact that it hasn't happened yet to stop me from creating it. And this is part of my, you know, my process I shared with you earlier. It's been a long time coming, guys, but I am getting so close. I can see it. So, sweetheart, Michelle, it's about not getting so caught up in the past. It's about starting to learn and work the tools, working with somebody who can, you know, help you with that, reading books, whatever it is, however you can do that or want to do that. It's about looking forward instead of backwards. If we didn't have the tools, you know, it's like this. This is how I'd like to say it. And this is part of what, you know, you can also cross this analogy over into why it would be great for you to participate in the course. All of you. I do this and then I start to, you know. I lost a thought, but I'm going to drop something else in here. Hopefully it makes sense. It kind of is in the same vein. And I apologize for losing the thought. Sometimes that happens because I'm going in 5 directions. I'm listening to them, you know. So, really, it's about, thank you. I knew they'd bring it back to me. They always do. It takes a moment, but okay. So it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing like this. In the past, if we've only been taught, let's say, in math, up to division, if we don't have the tools, we haven't learned how to do calculus, what are we going to go back and go, well, 10 years ago I couldn't do calculus, so what says I can do it now? Well, because now you have tools. All right? So, I get it. I've been frustrated in life. There are a lot of things I've worked on manifesting that didn't come to be, okay? But as I've worked it more and more, I'm just, you know, it started small. It might have started slow, but I'm telling you, when I had that conversation with my friend today, all of a sudden I'm sitting there, I'm like, I manifest. Oh my gosh, I manifested. I didn't even, wow. All right. So, okay, be patient with yourself. Start working it. It's like anything we learn to do. We have to learn the tools first and then work with those tools. See how we can handle them best and so forth. So be kind and gentle to yourself. Do your best to understand also that sometimes things just are not meant to be. And that is one of the things to remember. And it can be hard in the surrender piece of this, because that's where our what ifs come in. You know, these things some of these things we're manifesting are so true, so close to our heart and soul. And that's where we struggle, myself included, all right? But that's why when I was talking earlier, I said part of what I do when I manifest, because this is what helps me feel better. I'm human, guys, just like you. Goodness. I let myself know and I tell myself, okay, and I tell Spirit, I said, okay, I trust you have this, and I know if it is meant to be for me, it will show up. And if it's not, then I just need to accept that. Or create a space where maybe I can manifest it. I can clear out enough things that maybe I can shift that energy some. That's kind of high level stuff, guys, but it can be done. It can be done. However, let's be real. When we sign that soul contract, if there are absolutely things we just are not, so going it with expectation and excitement and the, you know, the visualization and the feeling of achieving, but also just know, don't get hard up on yourself or hard on yourself or the situation if it doesn't show up. Sometimes too, it's not the right timing. And that may be why you're seeing things that you tried to manifest in the past that just didn't manifest. I have that too. I'm very clear on it. And I understand why it didn't show up when I first started years ago. Actually, there's two very big things I had started years ago. However, yes, I had a tough time as a person dealing with that. I had a lot of upset. Oh yeah, are you kidding? However, this is the beauty also of this growth journey, and you guys can achieve this. I can look back and I can say, you know, I've gone on an intensive healing journey. Remember, I was a survivor, guys. I've healed through that. Okay, I went very, very, very deep. And so I can look back and say, you know, as hard as I was working to manifest that, I was in my own way, and also I really wasn't ready to receive it. As much as I wanted, as much as I was begging, as much as I thought I was ready, it would have bellied up both things, and I know that for a fact today. Yeah, a fact. Because who I am today is nothing like the person I was then. Who I am today, much stronger, ready, in my space, empowered. Back then, I was on my own journey, right? And I wasn't in that strong space. And it's okay. So just keep the faith for you guys, you know, for yourselves. I mean, keep the faith. Don't give up. Keep working it. Recognize the little things. Keep surrendering though. I know it's tough, but you gotta let go of that string if you truly, and do not grab it again. Do your part, let them meet you, and they'll do their part, and you guys will meet in the middle. Don't do the what ifs or the how, you know. All right. So let me see. There are a couple more comments. Oh, Garrett and Carla, we are not doing readings tonight. You might have figured that out. This is Table Talk Thursdays. We're about to finish it up. Hopefully you'll join us next time. My psychic mini reading lives are regularly on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. And I also do last minute lives, psychic mini reading lives. So make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page. And your notifications are set at, I think it's favorites are all. All right. Will says you... Oh, gosh, let me see what he says. Will, you're such a sweetheart. You are amazing and awesome. Thank you. I was so happy and proud of you when I see you on the energy, when you saw me on the Energy Summit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you who don't know, I was one of the presenters, one of the facilitators. There were 24 of us, and there was an all 3-day summit. And it was all about working the magic of energy, which falls into the manifestation. I mean, it's all energy. So thank you for that acknowledgement. Well, I was so excited to be part of it. I have so much fun, you guys, sharing and teaching. You know, my purpose is to help. Yes, I earn a living this way. Yeah. So I need to pay my bills, yeah, but I do a lot of giving and being of service, like tonight. This is stuff I taught people paid money to be in my workshops. And you guys are getting this because I know I want to be there for you guys. I want you to understand what I have to offer. I want you to feel free to be able to develop and grow and learn. All right. I felt like I was cheering on a niece or nephew. That is so sweet. Wait a minute, dude. I think I'm older than you. I was clapping and yelling, "You go, Elyse." I love it. Your energy was uplifting and on fire. Keep being you. Great things are coming for us all. Yes! Let's all affirm that. Great things are coming, are manifesting for us all. Woo! Yeah. All right. I love it. All right. Well said. I agree. I would love to close out on that beautiful, uplifting energy. You guys, thanks for being part of the journey tonight. I love each and every one of you. You just make my world. I love every way, and I'm so grateful of every way you guys support me. Honestly, please make sure you're sharing me with your friends and family and coworkers and neighbors. Please refer people to me for sessions. I'm here to help. Let's get me out there. I gotta help people. You guys, it's a burning desire. I know it's manifesting. It's a burning desire. So you guys, to each and every one of you, we never talked about next week's. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, Peg says, your words are a prescription. I appreciate the positivity you radiate. Awesome. Woo! What did Oh, next week's topic. It's not, no, it's the first week. I'm like, I know the third week's Q&A always. Okay, next week's topic. You guys, before I do my sign off, let's do this real quick. I almost forgot. Astral traveling seems to have popped up at me today. And I thought, oh yeah. Just real quick as I'm signing off, why don't you guys drop in the comments whether that is something you're interested in, the topic you're interested in for next week, and or if there's another topic also. All right, that maybe you'd like me to do in the future or next week. So just let me know. Again, this is for you guys. This is teaching from my experiences with clients, my own life experiences, and as a teacher, the things that I've grown and learned through too. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Come on, drop the comments as to next week. Come on, guys. Anyhow, to each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here tonight. It was a lot of fun. You guys are always awesome, and I learned from you too. I love, look, there is always, no matter how far along my journey I am open, ready, willing, and able to expand and enlighten more. So there we go. Oh, well, yeah, Will, you went to unplug and for how long? All right, darling, you asked about that before. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I know I have it on my list, but I had kind of slipped my mind. Opal says, you have helped me a lot to let go of the past. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Mwah. Guys, this is why I do what I do. I know the joy that can be achieved. You're looking at someone that never was happy, ever. Like, I never really had. I was happy, but I wasn't truly happy. I have lived it. I've experienced it. I've dwelled in it. It's amazing. So, and letting go of the past is a big part of it. So, thank you for that, Opal. I'm just honored and blessed. You guys don't. I'm sorry. You guys don't understand how this touches my soul and my heart. So all I ever want to do is help people. So it brings a lot of tears of joy when I know that you guys are doing it. You guys are walking it. And it was part of that journey, so thank you. All right, I'm done with all of my emotional stuff, I think. Oh, Michelle, sweetheart, thank you. Thank you for your help. I love your energy. Thank you, darling. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up. Thanks so much. This is a great Thursday night. As always, let's get more people in. Let's get this conversation going. Remember, remind your friends. Get your people. Take what you get on my page. Go to my events and invite your friends. Let's get this going. Get and reach more people. Yes! All right, guys. That's part of my manifestation. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Thank you for being here with me. Much love, many blessings, Much gratitude to each and every one of you. Mwah! I love you all. Until next time, we'll see you all soon. Be well, you guys. Take good care. Bye-bye.